Alrighty. Hello there, how's it there? Ame Gakita. Hello there, how's it there? Alright, let's say that for today. I can't be 100% sure whether I'll be doing a long one, but definitely. Okay, game dailies I already kind of done it already in the morning, so don't really need to worry on that. But regardless, I'm still gonna make sure that I will be doing the main story for Honkai Sharou, especially more so is like last time stop here. So gonna make sure that the character I'm using is something good in a way. It's more like, can I use any other character for? Doesn't indicate any. Oh well. Enable this team.
Yep.
I want to make sure that I'm the. Someone got suspended on Twitter due to argument, and other doctor or crops the screenshot to do it. Wow, damn, that's crazy though. But the thing is, right, Twitter, I can't really say is it good or is it bad. It's actually more so that, yeah, it's not about the sensitive part. It's more towards like, is Twitter even aware that there are those kind of like scammer account that is trying to go and make other people as suspend due to argument, and then they just copy out the system along the line. Because if that is the case, I feel like it's gonna be a lot more other issue though. That's one of the things that I hardly use Twitter nowadays myself. But why did the person get suspended though? Is there a reason for that? Any indication on that end? I'm kind of curious in a way though. Like you can just DM me just if that is too sensitive. Maybe I'll go back and get. Let's choose that. You actually allow me? Damn.
それで戦友準備はできてるかい？うまくいけばこれが僕たちの最後の戦いになる。オンパロスが天外の世界と隔離されている理由が本当にエーグルの呪いによるものだったとしたら、今日以降君たちは家に帰れるはずだ。
A day on the ground feel like 10 years in the sky.
初耳だよ。
嘘に決まってるでしょ。
Wrong thing, wrong ideology. Basically, two left wing call the other left wing profusion. Okay, this one is kind of like, I know it's happening in a way, not saying like the situation you're talking about. It's more like, I talked about this before. There is, definitely we can say the PDF file, but there are some people who like children not in a way that they think of them in a sensual way, but actually more towards like they care for them, they want them to grow up into a better person, to be a good person, to be a great person, who knows. But it's actually more so like caring and want to protect them. So that is also kind of like the lolicon terms. That's why it's like in lolicon in Japan, even though I say that no, there is no such thing as that people are like who are lolicon are actually PDF. There are cases of people who say they are into lolicon but they are actually PDF in a way. So it's hard to say like who is right, who is wrong. It's actually more towards like the person we are talking about. And if the person is under the allegation of that they are PDF, then I think almost so that they should be actually sue the other party for defamation. But on the other hand, if the person is really a PDF file, then I think more so that police should step in to do a check just in case to indicate that is the person really a PDF file, because it's really hard to indicate like people who care for young children. Because if that is the case, right? If I'm being honest in a way, if there are teachers out there in the whole damn world who care about children because they are young along the line, then I think also all the teachers in the whole damn world should be actually be filed for PDF along the line. Is that not the case? So in a way, I think it's like some people are actually not just a pawn in the head. It's the logic of like when we call a person a lolicon, is it really a PDF file? Because if every person who care for young children is a PDF file, I think at this point of time it's just basically saying teacher is a PDF file, people who do daycare is a PDF file, people who think about a young kid along the is a PDF file along the line, and then we, in this whole world we will be extinct because there is no more children in the whole damn world later on. So it's kind of like hard to indicate like harassment or fake reporting, because especially more so like when a person put up those kind of information, it's hard to indicate is it a PDF file or is it a lolicon, and even more so if spreading of misinformation among some people along the line, even more so is a problematic, especially more so like Twitter is not really doing much in a way. Not saying that Twitter is bad or whatever, I mean like people are still using it, it's just that the false reporting can be a problem though. Yeah, that's the thing. Like friction is not real. There's something called like friction and non-friction. Non-friction being real. So the thing is, right, the issue on hand, we have to be extremely careful along the line is that people can't say is it fake or is it real. Why is people using the word friction? Why is people don't just outright just say it's fake? Like anime, it's mostly fake. Even if there is some stuff that is based on real life, but it's not like it's actually 1:1 though. So it's really kind of like their logic of thinking is weird in my point of view, but we can't really outright go and say that wrong entirely, because there are people who say that anime is real in a way. I mean like if people cosplay that, I mean like is that real or is that fake along the line, you know what I mean? So there is the issue on their mind that they think is everything is 1:1, even if it's a fake one, to them is a real one along the line too. So the issue on hand that we have to be extremely careful is that some people, their mindset of thinking is that they can't differentiate what is real and what is fake. That's the problem, and they don't know where's the line drawn. They don't know how to draw that one line putting these two things into two different things. To them, is that they say it's the same coin. One coin is the same thing. It's the coin. That is their way of thinking. That's why it's like let's say for example, one side of the coin say is real, one side of the coin say is anime, but to them it's like, oh, it's the coin. The coin is everything. It's the same coin. So at the end of the day, it's really kind of like their mindset is thinking in that way. And from what I know, based on my understanding, is some people just don't understand on what is real and what is fake, what is fiction, what is non-fiction, what is anime, what is real life along the line. So it's hard to kind of say that in a way though. That's why it's like there is a lot of things we have to be extremely careful though. I will miss you all. The idea that fiction affect reality can be dealt with if people get just educated with something is bad in reality, but no, that's all like since it's 1:1. Okay, let me say in this way, okay? This one, you guys might disagree with me, but I'm just gonna say it this way. Can reality affect fiction? Can fiction vice versa affect reality? To me, yes. But not to 100% yes. It's actually more so like, if we think about it this way, okay, what if everyone has been taught of a fiction as reality, and why people put reality stuff into fiction? Is that considered a non-fiction, or is that considered things that is technically still a fiction along the line? Now the issue on hand is, right, if we say that, let's say for example, can reality affect fiction? It can actually affect a person, the creator of the story, in a way that, if let's say for example, if there is a let's say the person going to write a fiction, say about a murder case along the line, but what if there is a real life murder case that is so damn bad that it actually affect the writer mindset? Then I think in a way we have to say that yes, reality do affect fiction, but there are also cases of people that just still outright at writing it in a way, so we can't really say 100%, so it's kind of like 50-50. Now, for can fiction affect reality, we have to say yes. We can't really say 100% no, because it's kind of like yes and no in the situation. Because if the people can understand what is real and what is fake, then obviously we will definitely know that, hey, the person can know how to draw the line. But what if we see like people are looking it at one as into one, then obviously we have to say yes, reality does affect reality in a way that people may not like it, but it's still affecting them. It's affecting the reader, affecting the watcher, affecting those people mindset. So in a way, what as a writer myself, is that I know very well is that sometimes when we write a story, we want it to be so emotion in some ways that we want people to be aware that, hey, this is how you guys will feel for the story, even if it's all fake. But if you guys feel it for the story, then yes, fiction is affecting reality in a way. It's just affecting your emotion, affecting your mindset, affecting your thinking, affecting your way of doing things. And there are cases of people mindset of changing for the better in some way, and yet there are also cases of fiction affecting people into a negative mindset, which is what we see in Twitter at the moment. So at the end of the day, we can't really say that can anime affect a person's life. We can't say like, oh, it will affect their mindset, whatever. But if people who enjoy anime read and understand the meaning of each story, like say for example like One Piece or Naruto or even like Hitman Reborn, or the oldest one along the line, like if you look at those kind, is that moment they're trying to indicate that, hey, you guys should make more friends, you guys should have some interaction. Sometimes you can even have bad guys who can become your good guy, and good guy became your bad guy along the line. So it's kind of like understanding the story itself can affect a person's mindset. But at the end of the day, the only issue on hand is that how to each individual look at each those part is hard to say. So it's really, even in my point of view, it's a more of like hard to say in some every cases along the line, but we can't really outright say that, hey, it's wrong or it's right along. It's more towards like, why do those people can't draw the line? Understanding that, hey, we can feel a feeling for the story along the line, but we can't go and say that, hey, it's real in a way. Because if we say it's real in a way, then obviously this world is going to be doomed. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, it would be more safe for example, like if let's say the Express in this game, the Astral Express is real, then we'll be expecting like, oh, one day we can see a train from the sky coming down into Earth along the line, then we'll be in doom. Because it will also mean that Aeon is real, Aeon is going to destroy Earth along the line. Who knows? But at the end of the day, it's really hard to say that people can't understand, is it real or is it fake? That's the problem. And at the end of the day, is it really affecting them in a good way or is it affecting them in a bad way? It's hard to say though. That's why it's like back to the point of like, can reality affect fiction, or fiction can affect reality? Hard to know, you know. Hard to know, because it's just kind of like, there is yes answer, there is no answer to it though. Yeah, and then we'll be I mean like last time, like you have to understand one thing. Last time when they said dinosaurs went extinct because of a meteor, imagine if the train crashed into the Earth. I think we are going to be the next extinct species though. We'll be wondering if can Earth even survive that hit.
だとしたら大変なことになるね。 何としてでも再送機の前に君たちを送り返す。
So I mean, like, it's really at the end of the day whether you can use the word contest or is it affect. It's really hard to say though.
噛み締めておくとしよう。それにこの前バルネアで体験したアザラシ。
Wait, let me do a check first. Oh. Okay. I know the P is for the PDF. Okay. In one way of looking things, okay, this one I have to put it in this way, okay. We have to understand one thing on hand is that why do people are into liking young children, okay, or young children or young teen or whatever you, I mean, like, think of it as a kind of like we kind of understand that what we have to understand one thing. What if we go with the logic of thinking like why do some people even as they are adult their mindset is still think like a child? You understand what I'm trying to say? So the thing is, right, there are some people, even if we use the word mature or whatever, their mindset on thinking is that they care for their children, but they kind of like misunderstood that mindset, and that became an issue on hand because they can't differentiate the thing of, like, again, what as earlier we mentioned, reality versus fiction. So it's not really like they have a good feeling in a way, because the thing is that they can also hate young children. Okay, we can't really say, we can't deny that. But the thing is, right, people mindset when they are thinking is most of the time is that they might have something bad happen to them in a way that it affect their mindset, that even if they want to forget about it, they can't. It will stick to their mind, it will stick to their memory along the line. And we can't really outright say that is it a good thing or is it a bad thing along the line, because it's really part of their lifestyle that it became a problem. And in a way, we have to use the word, as you use the mental disorder. And it's not like we can say that is it a good thing or is it a bad thing. It's because the thing is, right, at the end of the day, let's say for example, if the person was bullied when he or she was a child, or them is a child, the thing is, right, if they were bullied in a way, then obviously they're gonna have a bad memory of it. And thing is, people tend to remember bad memory more easily than good memories. So in a way, it can affect their mindset. And when they go out and think about it, it became a disorder. So they just can't, like, as you understand, they can't stand it. But it became part of them. They experience it or they know about it, and it's just affecting them in a bad way that they can't walk out of it. They can't move on. So you gotta have to understand, sometimes when I say, like, sometimes when I help Vanessa, just move on, or just go past it. Sometimes it's just that what I don't want people to understand, to remember those kind of bad things, is that what I'm afraid is that they will think negative of those things, and then it will affect their lifestyle and let it become a stress. And in a way, not saying like POCD is a bad thing, it's more on the patient person who their mindset is affecting them into thinking that way. And they can either hate it or they can like it. It's up to them. But it's hard to say their mindset, how were they affected when they were a child? Because we all been a child before. It's just that we are not adult in a way. Maybe there are some children along the line, but we still have to understand their mindset is that some children, when in school, they could have been bullied, they have been made fun of, they can, or maybe they have made a promise along the line, they will get married at young along the line. Hard to say. That's why it's one of the moments that those memories can affect a person's mindset. And I have come across a case. This one I have to tell you guys one thing is that it's actually one of my friends actually. Like, he used to call me a gay along the line, and I didn't like it, but I just say that, hey, you don't just become a gay yourself, okay? And now he's a freaking gay. Why? Because he was cheated by girls female in a way that he can't stand female, and he's not into girls now, he's just into guys, because he said that guys at least you can be buddy along. And the issue is that he thinks as like friends, like male and male like instead of thinking about that as friend, because he don't like girls, so he's like, hey, we are like brothers, or we are like buddy, or we are I like you along the line, and now he became a freaking gay. So I can't say like, hey, it's wrong. It's more like, as you, yes, the mental scar can affect a person's mindset. So that I'm not like going around and say that, hey, I'm against LGBTQ. If they have been affected by a feeling before themselves, then obviously we can't really say that, hey, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Because especially if you look at VTuber Niara, he or she or whatever you guys are gonna call, that person is really well known for going around and saying a lot of things. The person had been like, oh, he was the person was turned from a he to a she or something along the line. And if you look at it, it's like, why is the way he has been going about finding Cassine or Christian or whatever you want to call it, or against other people, is that why is the person going around saying all the rubbish stuff? Because the person mindset is already there is a mental scar there. I can't really defend the person all the time, but the thing is that the person is really so wrong in so many ways that the best way is just move on. Don't just ignore that person. If the person just can't move on, then let people go and bash him along the line, because at the end of the day, there is a limit. And right now, no matter how we look at it, is that the person is like, if we look from another perspective, from his point of view, or his side along the line, then yeah, he's basically the person is having a mental issue, a mental problem. And at the end of the day, it's really one of the things that we have to be extremely careful along the line. Is that racist and hate or whatever, it's all in the same way. Is that a person can hate something, and that thing can be a person, can be a race, can be a issue, whatever along the line, and we can't really say that, hey, it's all wrong, because sometimes the bad issue on the person, can they accept it? That's the problem at the end of the day. That's why we have to be extremely careful. I know it's very sensitive in a way, but we have to be extremely careful along the line on like, why do those things happen? It's mostly like people have bad impression, have bad stress or bad memory, and those things are affecting their mindset, and they don't have ways to vet those anger, and they just became hateful of it. That's why we have to be extremely careful. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to be extremely careful as well, though.
100里を行く者は90を半ばとす。炭鉱が教えてくれたんだ。意味は一緒だけど、こっちの方が上品な言い回しだね。
Because I don't want you guys to get yourself into trouble thinking of like, why am I thinking of so many different point of view, right? It's most of the time is that when we look at different point of view, there is always a reason for things. You know, people will be saying like, why am I always not standing on either side? Because if to me, right, let's say for example the USA way of thinking, the left and the right. The thing is, if we look at it, both are thinking of trying to make their place for the better. They want to improve the people's life. So both are technically correct, but it's just that the way of thinking or doing things is just kind of like not the same. So there is the left thinking, there is the right thinking. And the thing is, right, not saying like all the left is right or all the right is right, okay? There are cases where both of them are so damn stupid that they can say the whole stupid thing along the line, and then you'll be like, what are they even fighting for? They're just fighting over nothing at the end of the day, in my point of view. So it's really one of the things is like, to me, it's more towards like, how are people going to improve the life of each people, and that should be always be the case. But now we are living in a world where everyone just want to like, I bash you, you bash me. It's like we are going on war, but not in real life, but through the internet though. So that is one of the things that we have to be extremely careful. Did you know today? Be careful, guys. Don't get yourself into trouble.
祝福してくれてありがとう。僕たちは万全な準備を整えることができた。だから安心してくれ。けど今日の主役は僕じゃないんだ。もう少しで
这不，也许。
彼女にも精一杯の声援を送ってほしい。
ヒヤシー様、選ばれし天空の末裔、金光の庭の誇り。
彼女はオクヘイマ、そしてオンパロスの誇りだ。それから火を追う旅は黄金衛が指導しているけど、それに貢献してきたのは決してアグライアに選ばれた人間だけじゃない。どうか違法から来た勇者の2人にも感謝を送ってくれ。偶然出会った僕たちのために
I'm really too good at giving. I keep looking for new response and new information to the point that it. Oh, it's bad with game. Yeah, game is basically a moment we should be enjoying it, but it's just that some people just want to make a huge idiot noise of it though. I mean, it's the same thing. The only thing I would complain is like the cutscene, after cutscene, that one it's just kind of like for the sake of it, because MiHoYo don't really have pause along the line. But for another way of looking, the story is so in detail, is lore explanation, all these things. So to me, it's like I enjoying it. So it's really one of the moments is like when we look at people's point of view, oh we like it, or hey we hate it along the line. People must choose that side along the line. It's hard to go for it.
知り合ってから随分経つから、僕の建前と本音くらいはもう聞き分けられるだろう。
But yeah, argument is kind of like never always been good in some case though. The other time when I have to be honest, sometimes argument is like it can put a person feeling into it, and even if you put our heart into it, sometimes the heart can turn into anger, because if people don't agree with you, yeah, you're gonna turn it into anger. Okay, the funny. Okay, this one I have to say one thing. It's kind of like I have to highlight one thing. Yes, the
4932年、英雄セネオスが火を追う旅を始めてから1062年の時が経ちました。
this one this one I have to say one thing. Like, if argument, if we say like a person with the argument along the line, it's kind of like this one is kind of like funny in a way, because yesterday I was late night. Normally I would do a little bit of short stream along the line, but I was resting. No, I was actually saying I was resting. It's actually more like I was busy because my friend from Japan, she is a Brazilian. So this is just to kind of like tell you guys one thing, is that she's going to visit me one day next year, early like New Year along the line, and then she's going for overseas for vacation along the line. So she coming and to Singapore to visit me for for technically, like, say we can say 2 days, but we will say 1 day for in a way. If she's going to stay in Singapore 2 day 1 night along that line. So the thing is, right, me and her, we've been friends since our study in animation and manga back in Kyoto, and the funny thing is that she and I argue a lot. Like we always argue a lot to the point that we still stay as friends. Even and she even go as far as telling me that she got come across like POS people along the line. But the thing is, right, despite us arguing all the time, we never like go and betray or whatever. It's the thing is, right, the argument is always like we have our standing, she got her feet, she got her understanding, I got my understanding along the line. We argue, we just discussing our point of view. But the thing is, right, it's also through her point of view at times that I can say that, hey, I agree with this part, and even on my point of view, she also agrees on my part. The more argument in a way is that we do care about each other, but at the same time we also understand the way of thinking, the way of like talking, the way of logic. Like even some of my drawing are actually taught by her in a way. But the thing is, right, at the end of the day, the argument we do understand, even if there are cases where we agree to disagree, we understand that understanding, and that even if we don't agree, we will not fight over it. We will point out the reasoning. If there is something we don't agree on, we will say it that way. We will say it like, oh, I don't think this is my way of thinking anymore, like something like that. But on the internet, people just argue, and then it's like, we take up the forklift, take up the scale, take up the bridge, take up water tomato along the lines. Go for war along the line. So it's really one of the moments that me and her, we always think about, hey, we're gonna have this kind of issue, and at the end of the day, she coming to Singapore to have fun, having chat with me along the line, and on the day, on the moment, it's like we're still gonna argue in some case, but it's not like we're going to like quarrel or whatever. It's kind of like maybe something that we may not agree on, like maybe some of the things that she knows Singapore along the line. Like the thing is, right, she date a person who stays in Singapore, and the person is like a POS along the line, and I'm like, wow, there are a lot of POS in every part of the world, including Singapore. You can't really go and say that, hey, it's wrong or whatever. It's like, hey, I'm a Singaporean, you can't deny that. even funny is that me and her, when we were in school at the time, a lot of people mistaken us as a couple along the line, but it's like we never think of each other couple along the line. It's more like I'm the elder brother, she's the younger sister. So the thing is, right, we still kind of like chat in a way, sometimes we still communicate, sometimes we still talk along the line, but we don't really go around and argue or talk about argument or this thing. It's just that sometimes we have a different point of view, have a different point of thinking, and it's more towards like earlier as you mentioned, like reality versus fiction along. It's one of the things that, yes, she may agree, or yes, she may disagree, but I got my point of view. Like I can say, hey, I stand in the middle along the line, and she can't really argue with me. So the thing is, right, to in a way, sometimes we come across different kind of people. It's just kind of like, how do we like communicate with those people, and it's just that some people might say just can't think of the right thing or can't think in the right way, that can cause more issue. And even earlier, I was actually being given a survey through Singapore, some stuff along the line, and one of the things they asked me is like, how do I communicate with people? I'm a streamer. So I mean, like, it's kind of like a moment of like, there are some mindset that a lot of streamers don't have, which is basically that not just staying neutral, but it's more towards like some of the things you want to stick aside. Go ahead, I'm not stopping anyone, but just make sure that the way of thinking can be acceptable by many. Because if it's not, then more so that you should actually stop and rethink, are you on the right or not? Because the thing is, at the end of the day, is that a lot of people on the YouTube, or being in Twitch, or being in K, or whatever side along the line, their way of mindset can affect other people, and it can end up being bad, from what I can say though.
私は天空の一族の末裔ヒヤシンシや人の子を導き再び天空へと舞い戻ることを決意しました。
歴史の呼吸は決して 一律ではない。時が止まったかのように千年もの間息を潜めることもあれば。
But yeah, we're both talking about, okay, where am I gonna bring them to Singapore on the just going to have fun, just enjoy life. At least that's how I look at things. Okay. It's always bad to have anger, whatever. I mean, like sometimes having a bit of argument, yes, understandable, but it's more towards like, can we keep control of anger in a way though? If not, it's like for me, I can't even get angry now. Okay. You know, you guys will definitely even more worried about my situation. Okay, now we need to go further up. Are you freaking leaking all the way up? So many new stars, so many new plays. Next year, okay, next year. So is that I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna train myself to recover, okay. like Pedro-san, you know that I've been doing like normally it's like 1 hour stream when I return, and now how many hours of stream I've been doing now. So the thing is, right, if I can one day return to 6 hours of streaming, not meaning every single day, but sometime like 4 hours, 5 hours like that, hey, I mean like at least I'm on the right track to recovery, and in real life I can definitely say that I'm on the track to even do a bit of like tour guide along the line. Okay. I think 4 hours, like when I return it's like 4 hours. I don't think I did that long other than that, but we shall see how it goes, okay? We shall see how it goes. Like to me, streaming is also a bit of like... It's about... We'll go as soon as this... At least 3 hours, that's what I remember. Hey, I'm trying to make sure that I'm going to make sure I can do at least 2 hours, 3 hours, and then slowly increase the... like, the thing is, right, communicating and playing is using a lot. It does use a lot of my energy now, though. So there is a lot of games I can't play anymore. Not saying that I hate those games. It's more towards like I need to trim slowly back. She's also like I believe that I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'm gonna do the freaking food stream. I still have that food stream, and technically I already posted the food, but I still have to do the moment of like me moving my feet along the line. I don't know. We shall see. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I'm on the path to recovery. Doka. Oh. Cutscene. Yeah, I have to do tomorrow is the last day that I have to do that I have to make sure that I do the stream in a way though. I also try not to gym. But when I make the tweet, I have to like technically. I say one day next week is this week. I oh, like today I'm gonna focus on playing Honkai Star Rail. Tomorrow I'll definitely have to do the. I have to make sure I have to return that.
まさか自分が足を踏み入れる日が来るとは思ってなかったな。
ご先祖様は偉大な文明を
I'm feeling negative. Nah, it's fine. It's not like it's not like I'm gonna die. If it, hey,
住処であり
person, you have to understand one thing.
都市国家の中心部なんです。
Like, I mean, okay. When I got a stroke, it's like I will say this already. I'm still planning the video on why I don't agree. Why I find some VTuber agency sus. Okay, that one I can tell you guys. For sure, the title is really kind of like understanding. So the thing is that the next video I also planning is that my health condition. But I can tell you guys one of the thing is that though I kind of like mentioned in my previous video, it was kind of like I after conducting with quite a like 4 daughters, okay, the brain, they call it the narrow daughter along the line, but I'm gonna say the brain daughters. For what I know, all of them say that my stroke is unique, is dangerous, is only have like 1 out of 3 survival, which means that either I couldn't move, I'll probably move half my ability along the line to even death itself. And it's really one of the things is like my stroke was so damn dangerous for me that I'm like, wow, how am I gonna react that? so the thing is, I can't go around and be proud that hey, I got a stroke and I'm a VTuber who I think I'm the only VTuber who got a stroke and survived. Like the thing is, right, mine was so unique and so deadly and so crazy to the point that I'm like, how am I supposed to react now? And at the same time, when I recovering, when I'm doing chatting with you guys, when I'm doing auto talking with you guys, or when I'm actually exercising in real life, like to the record, they say that I'm recovering faster than a normal stroke person, and on their record, they say that the average person who recover from stroke from take 6 months to a year, or even cases of no recovery. Like 1 month later, I can start walking along, and now 3-4 months already, I'm really like doing live stream on a daily basis, and I'm like there are times when I have to take a rest, but at least I'm on the right track to recovery, and I can probably say that hey, I'm recovering. But under the doctor point of view, I can't really say I can do whatsoever. Like I can't eat pork, I can't eat beef, I can't eat this, I can't drink, I can't even drink alcohol now. Like it's like a problem in a way. But you guys have to understand one thing is that my stroke is not like a weak nerve bursting. It's actually my brain bleed, internal bleeding. It was. That's why they say it's the worst one, but they say due to my brain issue, the way it's cultured along the line, it was considered unique in their point of view. So yeah, you guys have to understand is that when like if you got internal bleeding, you go to hospital, you are still technically safe. But for my case is that the brain is the one that functions all my organs along the line. So the thing is like when it start bleeding, yeah, that's the problem on my case, and I was under a very heavy. I was told that I was under very heavy life support at the time. So yeah, it really was a hell, like kind of like hell for me. Okay. Because my like, if you guys going to say it's like nerve is burst along the line, yeah, my brain was bleeding. Okay, that was the worst. Okay. I don't even know how to react at the time, okay? But at least I survived. It is a good thing, and I'm on the right track to recovery. Yeah, I can't get like the thing is right, I can't get headache now. Because if I have a headache and it's something like the headache, right? If it's dizzy, it's still fine. But if there is something wrong, I have to immediately go to the hospital. Though. Yeah, that's why. That's why my case was very like my case was so unique and so scary to the point that that the doctor at the time they like you gotta understand one thing is that when the doctor all discussed to have about my operation, 50% of them don't want to do it. Like half the doctors say that no, we don't want to, we're unable to save him. We can't say Ame Gakita, even though I got 9 billion life along the line. so I can't say anything too much on that end. Okay, you guys understand is like if I can survive, at least a good thing is that I tell them that if my brain is a unique case that I can use for to help other person, go ahead, go and use my case. Because the thing is, right, the doctor told me is that it was so unique to the point that they don't have such case though. And even if they say they got case, mine was too unique to them though. Like one of the doctors say that I have seen some men like 100 plus and 1,000 plus of stroke patient. Got 2 patient is unique. You're one of the 2. I'm like, what? Yeah, I think at least I should be grateful on that end. At least like I'm still alive, right? At least I technically I'm still alive, so we don't need to worry too much. Because if my body is recovering in a good way, I think we can definitely say that, hey, at least I can still do as a VTuber. Yeah, I mean, like technically, if not, my mind won't be. I won't be thinking about, hey, you know what kind of streams I do today? Under 100 viewers, day number 4. Can we do that? Can you? Okay, let's talk too deep in the way. I mean, technically, let's talk about like how many days will it take for me to reach 100 viewers. Frustration to yourself. ちょっと待って。Our division was between the 2 most important trials, Sunfall and the Rainfall. ちょっと待って。I can understand if it's the sun and the moon, but why is it the rain? This is a very long story, like 2-3 pages ago. Why did Mihoyo use the word rainfall? Like they say the sun food. Now I'm really kind of curious. The like if they say there is many other trial, then okay, I will understand that. But now I'm kind of curious. Why is it the sun and the rain now? ねほよ、私の初めてるですか? Like it would be funny if they. I mean, like, technically, the sun and the moon, you know what I mean? But the sun and the rain, like, I kind of like wonder, is Mihoyo watching my stream along the line now, you know? No, even more so that I need to be even more careful, okay? Because it's like, how many times do I have to predict Mihoyo story again on my end, and then Mihoyo will be like, okay, we are gonna make it true, or we're gonna make it false. I mean, like, when we draw the sun, it's the moon, the next in the way, but you draw the sun and you draw the rain along the line, like, I'm even more curious. serious. Did they? Like it's my whole year watching my stream and then say, oh no, we're gonna just put the rain for along. It's like, yeah, now I'm really curious. They want me to speak in Chinese? Is it? we shall see.
つまり彼女はタイタンと融合した。そういうことか。少し前までならただのおとぎ話だと思って真に受けなかっただろうけど、アナイクス先生の前例がある以上。
It'd be funny if actually Mihoyo tell me to please use the Chinese translation. No. Like some of the Chinese voice I thought are very good. At least give them credit on that end. It'll be a moment of like, oh, I have to speak in Chinese. Ah, gonna be a headache along the line. Oh my, that aspiration time. As much as I hate it along the line. Let's see. Can I use an Pacific team that I don't need to worry? Okay, I'm gonna use this one. And I'm just gonna use her, and then if I see a monster, I'm just gonna kill them instantly and not give a damn care. Alright, how big is the damn map? Obviously. Okay, got that. Language change. Yeah, definitely. No. I hope Mihoyo don't do that to me.
闇の中に何かあるのか。
もしかしたら天正画の壁が隠されてるのかもしれません。
Mura?
天空の都市国家に伝わる慣習によると、天正画の壁はオンパルスの空とつながっていて、描かれている気候が現実世界に映し出されるんだそうです。晴天、曇り空、氷雪、雷雨。壁画は絶え間なく変化するエーグルの感情を反映し、平和だった時代には天空の司祭たちがここに集まって穏やかな風が吹き渡る豊作を神々に祈ったとか。クレータンとタンタンに分かりやすく言うなら、そうですね、巨大な仮面って感じでしょうか。
What's the appropriate resolution?
真っ暗な中を探索するのは賢明じゃないと思います。壁画を明るくすることができれば光源になってくれるかもしれませんが、あの装置は儀式を行うためのものですかね。見に行ってみましょう。暗いので足元に気をつけてくださいね。
Okay. We can listen. Get a storm as wind, hang 1,000 stars as eyes. I beseech you, read about the abyss of chaos, that the unknowing may stand an eager soar beyond the. Oh. I can't assume that we just interact with this one.
どうだ？手がかりになりそうか？
起動の仕方が全く分からなくて、先人の知恵を借りることができれば。忘れるところでした。クレータン、リオタン、力をお借りしてもいいですか？
Yeah, I think it might be. The demigod of time.
辺りに散らばってる記憶を探せば
感じで。
あそことあそこね。
あそこだ、あそこ。
ここは人もいないから歳月の痕跡もはっきり見えるわ。
Damn.
さすがリオタン、助かりました。
I'm not sure is that really a mini sun at this point of time though. It could be, but it could not be. I mean, like, at the moment it's kind of confusing in a way. Like, technically, that might be still quite big. Well, okay. There is different part of the map as well. Yeah, it's actually more so like how people like actually how do people have only like one day no night along the line? Yeah, they better don't explode. Catch these. Sunshine bug. Okay. So there are bugs indeed. Now I'm kind of curious. Are there other bugs around other places? Now I'm kind of curious in a way. Because I don't want to out of nowhere like, hey, I missed one bug along the line, you know what I mean? I have to be extremely careful. Just in case, go and check it out. Oh, I missed one chest here. I don't want to miss out on anything. Oh, there is really one right here. Catch. Where the bug? Dude, I used to do tracking behind and I totally forgot. Oh my god, at least now I know. Okay, so left, right, let's go for right first because it's the nearest. Am I doing the true? Yes, I'm doing the True Blaze one, but not the latest one. It's after 2 patches or 3 patches right now. I'm finally doing it. It's basically basically if I'm not wrong is Cypher and he has seen that patch. They couldn't say anything, but it's kind of like sun food. And now I'm kind of curious. Then I both are a bit late. Dude, now even more curious right now. Rain food. Like, why is it rain food though? I'm really wondering that it's me watching my stream at times now. Dude, avoid? Right out the crew. Wow.
内部で争いがあったのは本当だったんだな。
思った通り、ここはやはり天正儀式を行う場所だったんですね。リオタン、もっと 記憶を読み取ることはできますか？もちろん、私にお任せあれ。
任せてあれ。
風、雪、雨、光。
Okay, wind and snow as well.
の百眼の名のもと、我は世のため天正を下ろす。神婚は移ろい、天正を支配する。よみがえれ、天正画の壁。
Wait, is that one more? Crop. Okay, now we go crop bond now.
勝手に天正義で天正の流れに手を加えるなぞ。言語道断、神への冒涜だぞ。
タイタンが祖先に天正義を授けた。
Oh wait, this is still wind crowd. No, this is confusing.
天正を与え、成長させるため。だが烈日の子は天正画の壁を独占しているではないか。白昼は果てなく続き、大地は日照りと干ばつに苦しんでいるというのに。虐げられてきた雨の民を非難する資格など貴様らにはない。
大地だ。大地は我々の宿敵だ。
Wow, nemesis of the
エ
land.
ーグルに愛されなかった暗雲が天空の民をいかにして黄金戦争で勝利させるというのか。貴様らの品格も信仰も脆すぎる。烈日に恵まれぬ影にでも隠れ、孤独になる。
Have I been spoiled or doing it spoiler free?
できることなど
Some of the story I know really. We are going to fight one of the Wheatley boss as well.
そこまで言うのに。
I've been fighting the Wheatley boss in a way that I'm actually like the music though. They call it poing poing, but that is like, dude, the song is so damn cool. Oh, what the?
何をするつもりだ。
熱に浮かされた狂信者め。エーグルは我らのもとにあり。死ね。
Dude, nowadays it's kind of like. Whoa, the.
すごく怖かったわね。
怖いな。
凄惨な内戦だ。胸が痛むよ。
Oh, internal destruction.
敵に敗れたわけじゃなかったんだ。
Right, that is kind of like scary in a way that.
輝きの民は自分たちを神に選ばれた部族だと思い込み、長い間他の部族を虐げてた。
And the rainfucker.
神を選んで
これはちょっとやばいな。
反撃を企てていたんですね。
It's like what? It's like well they are actually great people in a way, but then it's like well they also just destroy themselves along the line. Internal story wise, definitely have to throw in the legendary at the moment. But can when technically I have to put Honkai last. Not saying like the story is bad. It's actually more so like in terms of like term and logic, all these things. It's more towards like Genshin is more on the world itself, whereas in Honkai has been always like different part of the world in a way that some of the things just doesn't seem to like line up in a way, especially more so like in terms of like story wise, is that in Genshin they go around in the story of they are trying to go against the so-called heavenly principle, but in Honkai Star Rail they are against the Aeon, who have for some reason they are hint of their story in Genshin all the different game part along the line. So it's really one of the things that to me in terms of like who has been predicting a lot of MiHoYo games, the storyline, not saying that Genshin is the best one. It's actually more so like in terms of like logical way of thinking, some of the theory, all these things. I think like for me, it's easier is Genshin. For Honkai, well, I managed to predict all the way to the current version before I got the Sharou. It's really one of the things is that a lot of the story is they want you to think in the logical way, but some of the things they just want to throw you out of the window along the line to make you confused, to make you surprised along. And as a writer myself, I do understand their way of thinking, and it's actually more like I was able to predict a lot of the story correctly, predict like how the lore is going along the line. And even when I was recovering from stroke, and I was really kind of like being told by some of my friends about the law in the way, and this a lot of people just tell me that hey, the way I predict the Honkai Star Rail law is way fast, easier, and more crazy. Not saying like I'm proudly bragging about it. It's actually more so like the logic you have to like don't think it in a logical way. They just want you to think out of the box in a way and then go with it, because it's like that's like some of the thing I say during the live stream, like what is who is March 7 or what is March 7 in a way, and I don't know where in the later patch they show March 7 is actually someone who's been here along the line, and it's one of the thing is like, well, one question I was during my live stream and Mihoyo decided to put it into the game, and guess really one of the things like they really answer a lot. And to me, I'm not hating on it. It's more so that my luck in Honkai Star Rail is also very bad, so that kind of like make me hate it a lot. I can't really say like whether I good or bad. Okay, I mean like sometimes it may hurt game want me to have bad luck. I can't really say too much. But yeah, I would definitely would say in the most simple term, it will be more chaotic in a way though. Like because the thing is right, Honkai in Japanese translation is more destruction, whereas Genshin is actually the origin of the god, and Zone Zero, we just don't use the Zone Zero. Is Zenless itself is basically no peace. So if we think about like each of the word in Triple Z, no matter how you look at it, is that they are showing a lot of the character that has bad ending or bad start or whatever along the line, whereas in Genshin it's more like they are trying to find the original god along the line, and in Honkai they just basically want to like all the gods are just fighting along the line though.
目に見える神の庇護の下で暮らしているんだ。こうしたことが起きるのもありえなくはない。いつの時代でも人同士の争いがなくなることはないんだろう。カイニスと粛清者の行いを見ていれば、この歴史を理解するのも難しくないんじゃない。
Because to me, okay, to me, alright, MiHoYo have used one thing in real life into the story of Genshin, Honkai, as well as Zenless. The thing is, right, they use real life situation, not saying entirely 1:1, but they use some of the logic into the game, and in a way, if you look like Genshin, right, like we know that Monte is based on German or based on some parts of Europe, and then Liye based on China, Inazuma based on Japan along the line. But if we look at the logic, is it 1:1? No. It's just basically, yes, you use the word reference. So there is reference in the real life being used into games, and in a way, it's just people whether do they accept it or not. Though that's the main that's the main problem to take note, because it's like not everyone will think it that way though. That's the thing though.
ここには何も残されてないから、ひょっとすると勝者はいなかったのかもしれない。
英雄セネオスは輝きの
Are there some for in the Rainford?
特質を
But why the Rainford though?
見たんでしょう。伝説は
Was it the moment? It's also like the moment I'm pretty sure last time I was like, well, how should I call you guys viewers as well?
ついてはふわっとしてますし、
I mean, like, technically last time I did say like the Ring Gang,
ここ
but
で歴史
the
の
Ring
数
Folk.
を完成させることができるかもしれません。
I'm kind of curious about
一
it.
つずつ進めよう。ヒアン氏はあの雨の民が唱えていた言葉を覚えているかい？
But then it should be called the Cloud Foot, not the Rain Foot, you know.
はい、もちろん。じゃあ試してみましょうか。
Yeah, that's the thing. If if that's the case, they should call it the cloud fall. But if they because they're using it as the rainfall, but like I'm questioning at times. It's like it's more me. How you watching my stream at times secretly without me knowing? Hard to say, you know. Hard to say.
雪、雨、光。天空の百眼の名のもと、我は世のため。
But the moon was somewhere on the cloud along the line.
神婚は移ろい、天正を支配す。よみがえれ、天正画の壁。
And they fired a beam. And it actually, okay, actually light out, which is good.
黄金色に染まる雲、燃えるような輝き、なんて壮麗な光景だろう。見ろ、残像が言っていた化身の印だ。
Yeah, but then it's like we got one eyes over there.
なんだか恐ろしくなってきた。エーグルは今も僕たちのことを見ているのかな。
Yeah, they're really gonna. I mean, like technically, I did fight with the boss already, but
タイタンが暗雲
that one boss is really one of the things that I don't like to fight against.
と言っていた。それを利用して壁画の天候を変えて化身の印に影響を与えることはできないだろうか。そんなことをすればオクヘイマにも影響が出るんじゃないのか。
Him,
安心してください。天正
there was a very
はどうなん
opinion on both games. For me, Genshin
今の
couldn't make you cry, but
ケファレが背負ってる黎明のミハニによって保たれてますし。でも、この
yeah, it's actually kind of understandable though.
みたいです。
Especially more so like they built in quite deep into the story. The only sad thing I can't think of is that when everyone said that some of the character is gonna be 4-star. Well, turn out every character is a freaking 5-star. Every single one of them. And I can't even.
のが見えますか？私、使ったことあります。あれは、金光の庭の西風のピクシスです。使うと、人が歩けるくらいの小さな最高の強化を作れるので、神婚の目の他の場所に移動できるかもしれません。黄金期から伝わる技術は、今でも私たちの力になってくれるんですね。行きましょう。調整は私に任せてください。
So far, no monster is a good thing, but then again, I feel like they're gonna bring us more monster in a way, so I'm gonna be very careful.
下にあるのは金色の池か。
黄金池は神婚の目の神聖エネルギーだと言われてます。熱々ですので、歩くときは足元に
You're a bit mad about no 4-star part like that, no 4-star for this story.
仕組みや構造は金光
You look ancient for realizing 4-star often and yes.
のなんというか。
The one thing is that the reason why I like Zenazun Zero and Genshin a lot more is actually more so they do highlight the number of 4-star. I know some people complain, hey, why this character not 4-star? I have not 5-star, blah blah blah. To me, some characters don't need a not the 5-star moment, but the 4-star, and even as 4-star, they are all balanced. The only issue on hand is that people always make noise about 4-star, 5-star, and Honkai kind of like they just go with it that they must have a lot of 5-star, and the number of 5-star versus the 4-star in Honkai Star Rail is ridiculous. The one I don't even know how to say anything more. But then again, I mean like I don't really hate the character. Like if we take out the character out of the window, if we think about the story, I kind of like just say that yeah, I think like all of them are actually nice in a way. It's just that in terms of like understanding internal story, then I definitely can't put Honkai as first because there is too many things that it just doesn't make sense. is
大
the
丈夫そうかい？
少しだけ時間をもらえれば多分大丈夫だと思います。
I just hope that it's not a moment of. I mean, this is quite a big map. The negativity is going to going to a big map along the line. Unless the middle part of the thing is going to be the one that we have to be very careful. Activate compass. Observe the starting point, finish point, and direction of the arrow on the compass. Okay, so I have to basically rotate it. And the red fan obstacle block the road. Cannot pass through them, make sure to avoid them while connecting the joy. Oh, no wonder Venus-san she mentioned about, like, no wonder Venus-san said that the issue on the puzzle was such a problem. Wakarimashita.
道を探すんです。
So basically, I'm gonna go to here. Then how do I change it? Oh, this one. I just rotate.
これで合ってるはず。
Can I rotate that? Oh, so basically it's just like that. Okay.
見てください。最高の京都ができましたよ。
Off generated.
すごいじゃないか。これで通れるね。行こう。
But the miracle is big. Oh my goodness. A memory?
ペガソス。
基準に似ているね。けど敵意はないみたいだ。
I think I might want to change to.
ヒヤシ。もしかして伝説に出てくる
私もまだ確信は持ててないです。もう少し近づいてみないと。
敵意がないっていうのは過程だ。警戒は怠らないように。ついていこう。
Okay.
中で英雄セネウスは2頭の翼獣を率いていたと話しましたよね。ソラビスとルネビスは彼女の愛馬であり戦友でもあったんです。もしまだ生きてるのならエーグルと戦う時に私たちに力を貸してくれるかもしれません。
Okay, technically it's like we create the road, but there is other part of the map. Yeah, both ways below. あー、気になりますな。
消えた。
消え。
幻覚か？それとも記憶が消えた？
変ね。あのペガサスは他の記憶と違って悲しみをまとってた。
Hola, Pearson! They say the Pegasus is based on the lunar and it's to be called based on the moon along the line. But yeah, they call it the rainfall.
ルネビスの権威
Oh, I'm supposed to read now.
に現れたということは何かやり残したことでもあるんでしょうか。
だとしたら形を維持するには相当強い執念が必要なはず。
let's just that's not the case.
セネオスが残した意志だとでも言うのか。
I'm not gonna do.
まだわかりませんが、とにかく神婚の目の中心部に向かいましょう。
I feel like before that, maybe just use the team that I tend to use. Yeah, because they show the horse Pegasus is based on the lunar line, so it's like. Inventory, bookshelf. I think it's bookshelf. Bookshelf. No, that's not the one. Character history guide. Kite. No, not that. Mission. Ah. Like if we look into what term along the line, eliminate monsters, and then we go to Titan King, and then we look at oh, is it this? Like it's like Noon Town, Moon League along the line. So it's like, in my point of view, it's like the sun and the moon. Okay, that's the reason why I say like why they call it the rain. It's like which one? Like which one of them is actually look like the rain to me though. Even more so that this is actually the Titan itself as well. Oh. Oh well. We shall continue with this with this team, a debate. Lead me up with a different route. I think it might be best if I use. What is it? 5, 4, 8? Cool. Oh, 9. Let's use this. Just slash. At least I don't need to fight. This is not the only part where I'm actually happy in a way, but I don't need to do the fight along the line. It'll be like, oh, nice, I don't need to fight. I do, my, that's 3 of them. One anchor point, and I'm gonna assume that I need to fight that one true fight. Then I think I'm gonna just use this one. Yeah, Noipo is more. One of them we have to fight with it. Now I'm kind of curious. What game has better music? Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, or Xenoblade Zero? I'll have to give credit to Honkai Star Rail for this one. Like so far, in terms of music, I feel like Honkai Star Rail got a lot more good one. Then after that, followed by Xenoblade Zero, then Genshin Impact. Not saying that Genshin Impact music is bad, okay. There are moments that I still like Genshin more, the relaxing one. But in terms of like music wise, I have to give huge credit to Honkai Star Rail because like Wildfire as well as the latest music, I believe it's called Beyond Beyond. It's the new weekly boss. I have not realized how much they put the effort into that though. But in my point of view, if I want relaxing one, then I would say Genshin as the last one because it's nothing like Genshin is bad one. It's more towards like in terms of like fighting boss, you got the good music. I have to give it to Honkai Star Rail. Then Xenoblade Zero because the music is like very hard for me to put Honkai Star Rail or Xenoblade Zero one, but the reason why I like Xenoblade Zero as well one is actually because of the background music is actually very good. Then last one, like as much as I hate to say it, I would also have to say that Genshin one is some of the music is like it's mostly on the background music in a way though, so it's hard for me, but I would definitely say like I have to put Honkai Star Rail from in this case.
きっと理解してくれてるはずです。暗黒の潮がもたらす苦痛にとらわれながらも理性を手放さなかった。
Actually, more so, I think they are slowly putting even more effort into the latest new area music in a way though.
この戦いであの時の偉業をあなたに思い出させることができるのなら僕は光栄に思う。さあかかってこい英雄。
And now we're just gonna let it. Wait, what? I thought I just let them do the fight. ちょっと待って。Okay. This have to be the final fight for me today. Okay, my sister is gonna come home very soon with her husband, so I need to I need to end the stream in a way. But let's hope that. What is this though? I'm confused. Temperature is 42, and allies will take continued burn damage on temperature. Okay. So I'm just gonna let my character auto. like he found like he was found me want to do the story along the line because it's like I fight the villain boss every single time and I still find the freaking villain boss a freaking problematic fight. Okay. I buy the money the Valkyrie as well. I don't want the Valkyrie. The better part I usually buy. Whenever I've got money, I just use it. So I can't really say I'm free to play. But it's just that my luck is so damn bad though. I'll show you guys after this fight. Okay, the money did the last hit. What? Wow. You said you're actually freaking.
そんなに驚くことかしら。ピンクのワンちゃんがおしゃべりする世界なのに。私ったら自分で自分のことをそうやって言う？
ソラビス、ようやく目覚めたか。
Dude, it just raw and then he said my conscience has been lost. Damn.
サラビス様、私の名はヒヤシンシア。仲間たちからはヒヤンシーと呼ばれてます。ヒヤシンシア。お前からは彼女の気配がせん。1000年の時が経った今、英雄セネオスの血も相当薄くなってるでしょう。でも天空の一族の決意が歳月に蝕まれたことは一度も。
Who is my strongest character?
私がここへ来たのもまさに
Strongest character ka. Kenshiwan is definitely Alakino and Marika, these two. For Honkai, like I can't really say like the strongest. Like in the world, if I have to give like one, I would give to Alakino at the moment because I got better on getting some of the the latest character. As for and also I'm still beating up Finn, so I can't really say too much. For you know what? We'll look into all three games. We'll look into all three games. Because the thing is, Honkai Star Rail 1, they with every time they release new character, it's so hard to say which one is the better one though. It's just hard. Like Honkai Star Rail is what is. Am I bad?
僕たち全員がヒヤシンシアの仲間であり戦友だ。僕たちの力はあなたも先ほど見たはず。悪くない。だが彼女とは比べ物にならぬ。
ソラビス、不遜な態度はやめ、彼らの行為を素直に受け取れ。そなたが暗黒の潮に囚われていた間、世界は劇的に変わった。
the God of War also. Damn.
私の推測通りであれば、戦神ニカドリーもここにいる勇士たちによって倒されたのだろう。
僕たちは他のタイタンたちに安息をもたらした。そして日和の終点が この天空の要塞の主なんだ。僕たちをエーグルのところまで案内してくれないか、お二方。セネオスは自らの手で神を殺し、火種を奪うという新しい時代をもたらした。
I'm just hoping there is no more cutscene after this one.
たとえ彼女が
You know, you'll be like a moment of like I have to force myself to stop along the line.
少なくともあなたたちは彼女に代わってそれを見届けることができる。
その自信と英気、お前からは幾分か彼女の面影を感じるな。
飛んでった。
It is.
我々の目覚めを探知したのかもしれん。
その気配が1000年前の激戦を思い出させたのだろう。
過去の記憶から僕たちは天空のタイタンが暗雲を嫌っていることを知った。でもあなたたちならもっと詳しいことも知っているんじゃないか。
無論だがそなたらにはまだ我々の手引きが必要だ。
ついてこい、ヒヤシンシア。そして勇士たち、神狩りの再開だ。
ヨネビス様は一緒に行かないんですか？
Okay, I'll have to pause Honkai story at this part first. But for the cutscene to finish, okay. If I have to say the strongest character in my whole team at the moment, hard to say. Like the thing is, right? They keep making every character kind of like one over, like power creep over power creep over power creep. Otherwise, it's really hard for me to say who is the best at the moment. Even more so is like kind of like last time I even built all the way, Rappa as well as a few characters. Like even I go as far as building out stable pop in like all the way to level 80, but and I haven't even give her the rally along the line. Okay, so it's like she's mostly built in a way, but I haven't fully built her. But in terms of like if I have to force myself with a character, I would say this one. I have to say Katharine's as well as the her star or the her star, or whichever her star you guys want to go for. But definitely I have to say like she's one of the like a lot of moment when I use is her star as well as Catherine. So like these two at the moment seem like the most stable one. Then after that, I would give to Pyron as well as like I know this is very some favorite way of putting both of them together, but for me, it's like definitely have to put these two together in a way because they both kind of like seem to do all damage as well. So I think this would be like in Genshin the stronger character. I will have to see like at the moment on my end is basically. I have to say like she's the currently the strongest on my end. Then if let's say okay, since I'm going to pause this game for now, so let's like if I go to do into Genshin and then if I have to showcase, since you asked, actually most like hey, let me jump it off. Okay, that's it. Jump to because I do need to go and. Okay, let me jump to Genshin. Because as much as I want to continue the streaming, it's more to is my sister they are visiting me, so yeah. Son of the Walking Moon. Even though last time they called the Walking Moon. Oh well. Okay, let's see. Let's wait for it to load. The strongest character if for Genshin wise, I mean like I'm still technically beating him out and he's kind of strong but not fully yet on my end. But if I have to like give credit to my strongest character at the moment, I think I always kind of like been using like normally I know people be saying like Malvika is very good in terms of like do one hit high damage along the line. But in terms of like constant damage wise, I have to say Alakina or Alakina or however you guys want to call it, it's like if I go all the way to make her, I mean technically she's also holding on the weapon, but if I go as far as making sure that she hold this weapon as well as she go all the way to C3, that's the highest one that I managed to pull in. Or yeah, I mean like at the moment she seems to be the strongest on my end. That's what I can say. And at least like Malvika kind of like follow afterwards, and then Chilali, or more like Navia after that. I think Navia. I mean like I didn't want to get her weapon, but for some reason my luck just threw me to get her weapon. So I mean like if you guys know that I've been getting a lot of like Skyward Atlas, it's kind of like that kind of proof a lot already. But in terms of like luck wise in game, it's really one of the moments that I don't even have any like confidence as in catch up pool. I mean like I did 155 pool for Finn though. Then for last one, Zenless Zone 0. I want to say like there is kind of like hard to say at the moment though. Like there is 3 characters that I like. Shoulder Zero and B, Miyabi as well as Shen Yi. Like if I go as far, I would say 1. I mean like in terms of like damage wise and usage wise, I feel like I have to put number 3rd one as Shoulder Zero MB. Like at the moment it's like a lot of the characters are good, but then it's like hard to say who is the better one. But if I have to go with like in terms of my usage, I would definitely say Miyabi on my end. Like in terms of like usage wise, everything, she is one of the strongest one. I mean Hugo one in terms of, I know like Hugo do the highest ice damage, but in terms of like usage wise, I feel like Miyabi seems to be the constant one. Like I prefer character that give constant damage and good to use along the line. And Ishin also kind of like another character that actually make everything go more stable on my end. So it's like really one of the things that when I use a character along the line, I want to more stable. And as much as I want to have seed, the game doesn't allow me to have seed. So the only 2 characters that I don't have is basically the red and the robot, so the robot commander. So it's really one of the things is like MB on my end when I use her is she do constant nice damage from what I can say, especially more so I do if I do like this one okay, electric. Might as well go with electric, and then this one if you want again fire physics. Okay, so first one I will go. I will just do a one time this, and then this, and then the next one is I'm just going to throw 1, 2, and let's throw her as the damage. Yeah. I mean like technically it still work. So your first one is electric, and technically I can use the new one. Fire damage. It's fire damage card. Okay, never mind. So the second one I have to use is this one. I mean like if it this is just to showcase like what I prefer MB as Shoulder Zero MB. It's more towards like in terms of like constant damage, all these things is like she's one of the good one, at least in my point of view though. But I will have to say Asian is one of the better one in terms of like elemental.
弾道を計算中。奇襲するつもり。
You can see that the damage is like a lot, though.
エーテルサイト起動。援護射撃。チャンス。連携攻撃。準備よし。甘く見た大丈夫。制圧陣形。追撃は今です。弾丸は風と一つに。いい戦術。高い。
Then you should do the thunder hit.
レディ。
Like you can see like Shoulder Zero is also quite strong in a way, even though I know like C is the stronger at the moment, but in the use stage wise it's kind of like wow, Chui is bad. This game, no matter how you look at it, is like sometimes when you look at the scenery, it's kind of like yappe desu yo na. And it's done. So yeah, at least Shoulder 11 is Shoulder 11, Shoulder 0, and we is still so far the better one on my end. Okay, that being said, it's also a good time for me to pause for the day, for the day. As much as I know today is like less than 2 hours, but I feel like I need to go and rest out as well, especially when my sister is coming over. So yeah, I think it's as much as I want to continue talking. Tomorrow. I think we'll do talking stream tomorrow, especially more so I will be doing I have to, as promised, I have to put up the freaking feed, even though I know some people don't like it, but just for one day only. At least that's all I can say, but we will see how it goes first. Okay, that being said, thanks for watching guys. I will see you guys again at the next video or live stream. So with that being said, hope you guys have a nice day or night. Bye bye, お疲れ。